Is Antony really Brazilian? Someone should check his passport because I feel Brazilians should not be missing goals while on the 2 yard line. You know, when you are 2 yards away from goal, you should be tapping it in, even if you're not Brazilian. But this guy is a Brazilian, and he missed the goal while 2 yards away. Why was he falling? Why was he even sliding? What happened, Antony? Because you were warming like crazy, you know. When I saw him warming 5 minutes before the second half started, I believed that now we are in for an Antony blockbuster. But then this guy just decided to miss the goal 2 yards away. Welcome to the channel. This is Coach Charles on the Soccer Benchmark. Now, Southampton Manchester United game was one of those games that we were really excited about because after drawing with Liverpool away and beating Arsenal in the FA Cup after 120 minutes with 10 men, we were sure that this Southampton game was going to be easy. And I cautioned my friends, I cautioned even the previous video when we were doing the review, I mentioned that we should not underrate this guy. But that is exactly what Manchester United did yesterday. They underrated Southampton because the performance that they put in was not a performance that was expected. We expected these guys to roll away, to run away with this game because they were good against Liverpool and they were good against Arsenal. So I don't know what changed. I don't know what mentality these boys have, but it was a bad mentality. That is not how you win games. That is not how you get yourself from the second page. We are tired of scrolling through the second page to see Manchester United. 14-12 now. They are there because of goal difference, and the team right behind them is West Ham that has been pathetic the entire season. You know, even if we beat Brighton over the weekend, we'll still not be above them. You know, they are way ahead of us. We won't even get to the first page of the league table. And that is something that Manchester United should be embarrassed about. So the performance against Southampton was not the right performance. We expected better. Now, Onana needs to develop some strength on his hands because that goal, if a keeper like Raya was taking care of it, he would have saved that ball, you know. And why was Martinez missing clearance, you know? Why will Diblin beat you on a header and you're a bloody defender? We can say that Ugarte had a crazy game because he scored the own goal, but that was not his making, you know. The ball hit him and went in, and Onana could have saved that particular goal. So performance in this game against Southampton was not here nor there. Look at somebody like Lenny Yoro. Sulemana had him in his pocket. Sulemana kept running ragged. He ran ragged on Yoro. Yoro could not take it. You know, every time Sulemana got the ball, Yoro just felt sick in the stomach because he had his number. And I thought Yoro was a generational talent. Yes, he's still a kid. Yes, he's still young. But that performance is not a performance that you put in against a team like Southampton that has only, less than 12 goals? I don't know how many goals they have. But they have conceded in droves. They have conceded over 40 goals before this game against Manchester United. So the performance across board was not good. And I don't know whether it is a position that Mazrui was not comfortable with or what, because he was not pressing up, you know. There was a point where him and Mainu could not decide who is supposed to press on the player that had the ball. So it kept coming. And the question is, and I am forming a commission of inquiry to find out the size of Old Trafford. Is it too big for these players? Because we had acres and acres of space available for Southampton. These guys ran throughout. They had spaces. They had, in fact, we could not press them. We could not press Southampton out of the game because they always had an extra man in the middle of the park. So what does that mean? The team that Ruben Amorim placed yesterday, the team that was configured and how it was configured was not the right way. Alternatively, the mentality of our players were wrong because Kobe Mainu, on a serious note, on a game like this where you're supposed to dominate, you did not do much, but I blame it on Ineos. Why would you let a player so young be exposed to so much transfer rumors? He doesn't even know his future. The same to Garnacho. He was not vintage Garnacho because he's asking himself, why should I apply myself? Yet Napoli is here for me. Huh? Why should I run? Yet Napoli is coming for me. He was not able to give much. Huh? Look at Ugarte. Yes, he scored an own goal, but that did not mean that he played poorly. He played well, but there was something missing. There was an element that was missing, and that boils down to how the team was configured. And then Bruno Fernandes, he always gives us the best. He gives his all. He was given so many positions. By the time he was done, I can't blame him. When you look at Højlund basically offers nothing. This guy offers nothing. And the Southampton game, he was not in the game because he was not in the right position. He was never in the right position. And every time a pass was kicked long, he could not even head it. He could not hold it. He could not control it. So what are you good for? What is this player good for? Games like Southampton, you dominate. You make them feel you. But that is not what we saw against Southampton. The entire team was liable. The only golden figure, the only golden cloud that we have is Amad Diallo. And Amad Diallo showed us that he's still the best in the current Manchester United team. Because this boy was interested. If you look at his first goal, he kept running at Kyle Walker-Peters every moment. And at a point, I knew this Kyle Walker-Peters will crack. And he cracked. The ball fell nicely in front of Diallo. And my God, it was such a beautiful goal. Then the second goal came. The Eriksen chip. That was the most beautiful piece of footballing genius that I've seen in a while from a Manchester United player. He just made the chip look so nice. The weight of it, the height of it, the pace of it. And all Diallo needed to do is to do a one touch. And it was a goal and we were leading. And then the fear got into Southampton, and the problems got there, and the back pass to the defender. Defender, poor control, and Amad was in it. And that is how we won that game. So don't be fooled that Manchester United played well. If you never watched the game, just take the results. But the performance was not there. We did not deserve that particular win. And if Southampton can do this to us, if Southampton that has 6 points after 21 games and it's rock bottom in the Premier League, even if they win their next 6 games, they will still be relegated, then what will Brighton do to Manchester United? What will happen? Because we cannot perform that way against Brighton and expect to win that particular game. And that you can take to the bank. So the performance of this team overall, 4 out of 10. Thank you for watching. This is Coach Charles on the Soccer Benchmark. If you've not subscribed, this is the moment. Click on the subscribe button. What are you waiting for? Let's grow this channel day by day.